Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 158. My name is Lori. I live in Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan, and I love to crochet and I love to knit. And you can find all of that yarny goodness on my social media, which is linked in the description box down below. My Instagram is there, which I have been a lot more active lately, and my Ravelry is there, my email is there. Also, in the description box underneath this video is all my show notes. So any patterns that I talk about will be linked down there. Any fancy yarns that I talk about will be linked down there as well. So, welcome. If you're new here, I'm glad you found me. And to returning viewers, hello again. I'm glad you came back. Welcome to cold, snowy Chicagoland. It has been so cold. So yesterday when I was able to work remote, it's like, let me just stay at home, I'm so tired of being cold. So today is January 31st. We are done with the first month of 2026, which, holy cow. Felt forever, and yet it felt like a blink of an eye. So last Friday, which was January 23rd, we had a cold snap go through. At one point I looked on my phone. I was working remote that day. Actually, they told me not to go into work, even though Ryan still had to go work with the clients. And I told Ryan, I was like, if you need me to come over and help you guys walk, I will. I'll drive over. Excuse me. He was like, don't worry about it. He said he had 3 people. So anyway, at one point during the day, I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, let me record this for, write it down so I remember. I can tell my friends on YouTube that it was -9 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill that made it feel like -33. I'll put the Celsius on for international viewers. It was so cold. And yeah, this week has been, I think the warmest we have gotten was 17 degrees. Every day I have gone to help walk the clients. For those of you who are new, I work for a nonprofit. It's a school for children with disabilities, and then we have a day program for adults with disabilities. And my building where I work sits in between the group home and the adult services building. So every day people walk over, grab the clients from the group home, take them over to adult services. So when it's been this cold, I try to help so people don't have to walk as much. They're not outside. And then it's the biting cold, like my cheeks, like I have makeup on and I did put blush on, but it's like my cheeks are red from the wind and just being so cold. It's like my face hurts so bad. Anyway. We are going to warm up to the 20s this week. Very excited about that. And everybody talks about, oh, you know, you're from the Midwest when you're like, oh, it's 8 degrees. It feels great out here. And it's true. There was one day I was like, oh, it's not that bad today. And then I checked the phone and it was 9 degrees. And I was like, if it weren't for the wind, it'd be great. What we always say. But also, one of the nights, I was like, I just wanted to hunker down and be warm. But my alma mater, the college that I went to, Olivet Nazarene University, they were here at Trinity Christian College, which is just down the road. They had a basketball game. And if you know me, if you know my husband, we love college basketball. And we love Olivet, so anytime we can go to an Olivet game, we do. I really didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave my warm house. But Ryan was like, it's free. And actually Trinity is closing, which I don't know, like I feel sad for the students. Actually I have a friend who's a professor there, so she's losing her job. So there's just a lot of tension around this. But anyway, so it's like the last time Olivet is going to be this close and we get to go watch the game. They trounced us. It was so bad. But in the whole history of Olivet and Trinity playing each other, Trinity has never beaten Olivet. So this was the last time they had the chance to, so they did. And so I'm not mad, but at the same time, I want to see my team win. Anyway. Really, these last few weeks I've just been hunkering down, trying to stay warm, reading books, knitting, watching movies, listening to audiobooks while I'm knitting or crocheting. So yeah, so far this year I have finished 6 books. Very proud of myself. Close to finishing the 7th. I probably will finish it today if I don't do anything else, because it's a eyeball read. Let me just say, I just finished Miss Morton and the Missing Heir by Catherine Lloyd. There's another book coming out August of this year. So the 2 series that I've been like most interested in, I've caught up. And the new books aren't coming out till this summer. So anyway, but I will say, Miss Morton and the Missing Heir, I figured out the murderer. I'm very proud of myself. I usually don't try, but this one I was like, it's gotta be that one. That's gotta be that person. But then at the end, there was this twist that I was not expecting, and I won't give any spoilers, but it was like, the twist had an effect on something else that happened in the book, so I was like, ew. We won't go into that. But anyway. So yeah. So today I remembered my glasses. So I won't be doing this while I talk about yarns and all that fun stuff. But I will say, when we went and got our eyes checked last summer, Ryan has, I think it's his left eye that can see close, and then his right eye sees far. I think that's how it goes. Don't quote me on that. So he put in a contact so he could see far. And he went to go play basketball. He says it helps him when he's playing basketball to be able to see things on the court. And so he came home and we were talking and chatting, and he went to get on his phone and he's like, I can't see. I can't see my phone. I can't hold it far enough away. And I happen to have my readers on. They're black leopard print ones that I just keep by the bed for when I'm reading in bed. These I keep in my purse, all that, because these are the expensive ones. I don't want them to break in, if I were to fall asleep wearing my glasses. Anyway, so I took off my glasses. I'm like, here you go. So he put on my readers. I was like, I wish I had gotten a photo. It was so funny. See, like, we have become that couple now. I can't see. Oh, here, borrow my readers. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hope you have something nice and warm to drink. Unless you're in a hot climate, then I hope you have something nice and cool. I have coffee that we bought when we were in St. Thomas last year. Over a year ago, actually. It was November of 24. Very good coffee. Yeah. That's like become my new like souvenir thing to get when we're in another country, another location, is to buy some fun coffee. Okay, let's talk about yarny stuff, shall we? I think we should. We'll start with finished objects. Yes. We will talk about the Sophie scarf by Petite Knits. It was living in my Christmas flamingo bag. This was my Christmas Eve cast on, meaning I started it on Christmas Eve. Oh, do I not have it? Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay. I used every scrap of this yarn. This is Ridiculous yarn, hand-dyed yarn. It is on the Hannah Sparkle DK. I will say there's not a lot of sparkle. So it is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. The colorway is Butterfly Effect. And then, because I used every scrap of yarn, I ran out. But I was like, you know what? I kind of like this little detail. This is yarn that I bought for another project. I still have a lot left. This is Valley Yarns Northfield, which is 70% merino wool, 20% baby alpaca, 10% silk. And this is the colorway Tranquil Blue. Yeah, so there's the beautiful color. And so, here's my scarf. Look, oh my gosh, I love these colors. So, last time you saw, I was here, and so then I did all this, and it's just stunning. I love a good speckled yarn. So I love like the greens, the pinks, the purples, the blues. It's just gorgeous. Oh yeah, my Progress Keeper was a gift from Claudia from Crochet Luna. It's a little, I had it all fixed. A little wreath, Christmas wreath with a sapphire. So cute. I'll just use this to keep my shoulders warm right now. So that's my finished object. I will say this cold weather has my sinuses going crazy right now. So, we really only have 4 more things to talk about. And those are my makes in progress. I have 4 on the go. This one, you've seen quite a lot over these last couple of years. This is my Granny Advent Wrap. The Advent Wrap is by Anna Boo's House. I'll link it down below. I am using yarns that I swapped with 2 other ladies that watch this, 2 other viewers, Jill and Jen. And so, basically I send them 12 things, they send me 12 things, so we all end up with 24 things to open during the Christmas Advent season. So it is living in my Crochet Fast Dye Warm. My yarn bowl is in here. That's what, if you heard anything, that's what it is. Yeah. It's huge. And I stopped in the middle of a round. So it's making things difficult. I have not worked a whole lot on it. In fact, if you look at my Progress Keeper, my Rudolph, I've only done 1 row. And I am partially through, so I'm heading this way. I'm not even halfway through the second round. But yeah. So this is what it looks like. And I showed you the right side too, because the other side, the ends are not woven in. And I don't think I'm going to weave them in. I tied them really tight, so hopefully. I may just even leave them out, I think. Just to give it that rustic look, you know? So yeah, I'm on this little nugget left. And then I have one more. I have several colors still to go. So yeah, this may be a year-long thing. And actually, I think I need to get a bigger bag. I think I will do that next. It used to be in Christmas narwhal bag, which I keep the extra yarns that I still have yet to get to. Keep those in there. Okay. Let's continue with crochet, shall we? So, granny stitch. Moving on to the Vanya cowl by Hannah of the Cozy Cottage. It's living in this cute little bag I bought from Kalisha from the Quirky Monday Craft Cast. And then I have this cute little lamb, sparkly lamb pin that I got at Llama Llama Ding Dong, R.I.P. The Vanya cowl is a pattern designed by Hannah. I am making it a scarf instead of making it circular, because I want it to go with my coat. So I have a nice pea coat, and I just kind of want to have it to be under the collar, you know? And my coat is gray. And my favorite color combination is purple and gray. And so I'm holding these two yarns together to create the Vanya cowl. Where are my yarn bands? There's one. Oh, I stuck it in there. Okay. So the plain purple is mulberry. It is Lang Gel Wool Superwash. It is 75/25 virgin wool nylon blend. It even comes with a little spool of thread to put in, like if you're making socks and you want to reinforce your toes or your heels. It has this thread to go with it. This sparkly goodness is Edo yarn. It is the Kinjin base, which is 51% viscose, 49% polyester, and this is a color lilac red. And so, holding them together creates this. Actually, I'm like, is this too long? Is this going to be too long? I don't think so. Yeah. So if I hold the yarn. Yeah, it comes down to my hips. So that'll be a good length. I may need to go buy more. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah. So here is my Vanya cowl so far. Look at the sparkles. Just love it. I am making some changes just because it's not a lace weight yarn, which is what the pattern calls for, because I'm holding a fingering weight and a lace weight together. And plus I want it to be a little sturdier. So instead of doing the triple crochet V-stitch, I'm just doing a double crochet V-stitch. I may do triple crochet in the next round. I don't know. So yeah, so this is where we are so far. I have 3 rows done. Yeah. And later when I was reading the pattern, it said if you were going to just do a scarf, then do a foundation single crochet to start, and I did a chain instead. But I will say, trying to undo mistakes with this is a little difficult, so I'm just gonna let it go how it goes. And so, yeah, I just been rolling these up, rolling this around, both of them. And honestly, I may just go back and get a couple more. I think I should. But that's so, we'll think about it. Ah! Ugh. There were all my notions. Oh, and here's the reinforcing thread. Alright, let's put the yarn band in there. Okay. Now let's move on to knitting. Save the best one for last. So I always have to have a pair of socks on the go, right? So in here is the Austin socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. I am calling mine the Austin socks after Jane Austen, not after Austin, the town in Texas, or the guy named Austin. So instead of T-I-N, it's T-E-N. Because, you know, I have to. It is living in this cute little bag made for me by my Advent Swap buddy, Jill. A nice little Japanese knot bag. The yarns that I'm using are, I do not have the yarn band for this one. These are my heels, toes, and cuffs. This is Universal Yarns Mini in the colorway Peony, and I think it's 75/25. Yeah. Then for the main color, I am using Knit Picks Felici. It is 75/25. It is a 50-gram ball, so they're gonna make shorties, although I usually make shorties. Not shorties. As long as they cover my ankle, I'm good. So they don't need to be super long. But this is Felici, and the colorway is SWAK, S-W-A-K, sealed with a kiss. I have it in a skin coat here. But yeah, it's red, hot pink, and a pale pink. Gorgeous color. And you'll see what I mean when I show you. So here's the back to the bottom of my foot. You can see the color. So contrast color goes pretty well with the other colors. And then here is the pattern row, which will be on the top of the foot. The pattern side, I should say. Really simple pattern, easy to keep up with. I will say on the first one, I forgot how to count, per usual, and messed up, but it's okay. I got it all figured out. It's all going swimmingly now, so yeah. I think these are going to be so cute. Will I finish them by Valentine's Day? I don't know. But they are fun. It's a small little project I can take with me to things. Actually, I took this with me to the Olivet basketball game. And that's when I messed up because I was busy watching the game and wasn't counting. Yes. Okay, so another quick sip of my rapidly cooling coffee. And let's talk about the thing. I don't even, like, it is going to be, it's going to be the highlight of my year, honestly. And that is the rainbow sweater. The rainbow sweater is by Yelly Knits. This sweater, oh gosh. I saw this lady wearing this sweater when I went to YarnCon 2 years ago. And this sweater's been on my mind since then. And then when I was finally like, okay, I'm going to go buy the yarns for this. What colors do I want to look for? And I got thinking, rainbow sweater, rainbow bright. Like, she was my jam when I was little. Like, I loved Rainbow Bright. Playing, like, the doll. I watched the show as much as I could because that was around the time that we moved to another country. So getting that in Africa is not as easy. But I still remember playing Rainbow Bright with my missionary kid friends. So anyway. So, Rainbow Bright. I'm so excited for this sweater. It is living in my Stitch bag. Beach life is a good life. Looking forward to going to the beach soon. Okay. So, this pattern is teaching me a whole lot of new things. The yarn. First, we need to talk about the yarn. The yarn is, hold on, I have the ball band here. So it is Cascade Heritage 6. It is 70% superwash merino, 25% nylon. In the sport weight, the pattern calls for a DK weight, so this will be a little lighter of a sweater than what the pattern calls for. I have 7 colors. I bought all the highlighter colors, so I got blue, grape, red, highlighter yellow, highlighter green. So there's only 6 colors, sorry, because I didn't get orange, because orange is not in Rainbow Bright's costume or outfit. So yes, I have purple, blue, green, yellow, and red, and then I have white for the sleeves. So let me just show you the rainbow first. So in the pattern, you see there's a rainbow on the side of the body. This is my rainbow. And it's hard to show you because it's a rainbow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at those colors. So this will go like here. It'll wrap around, be down here. Well, it may be down a little further. But yeah. This will be wrapped around my side. Oh my gosh. And then I think I might have bound off a little tight, so we'll see how that goes. Then I did all my measurements, checked my gauge, all of that. Plugged in the measurements into the Excel spreadsheet that she gives you. So basically, she has this Excel spreadsheet. You plug in your measurements, it does all the calculations for you, which my Excel loving heart, that it's like she's speaking my love language. So plugged in my measurements, it gave me the stitch counts, all of that. And then I was reading through the pattern, and she was like, okay, so you're going to start at the sleeve, you're going to do this sleeve, remember what you do, write it down so you can repeat it for the second sleeve. And then my thought was, I do my socks 2 at a time. I don't do my sleeves 2 at a time. So, it's a bit of a mess. I've had a little bit of yarn barf from my cake, so that's why I'm not pulling anything out right now to show you the yarns. But here are my sleeves so far. We are so tangled. Okay. So, this sleeve is just going to be the blue cuff and then the white. And then this sleeve will be on my left sleeve, my left arm. I am doing the color pattern after Rainbow Bright's sleeves. So that's why it went from yellow to purple. But yeah, at first I was like, when I saw these two together, I was like, oh. But then I'm like, once the other colors will be there, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah. Look at my sleeves. Yeah. So that's what it'll look like. Although it'll be on the other side. Yeah. And I won't have this stupid thumb thing in there. I hate those. Anyway. I am loving this sweater so much. And I've been learning things. When I was working on the rainbow, I took this to Love Nuts. And I was at an increase row. And I was like, ladies, I need you to pray for me. And they were like, why? I was like, I have to increase every stitch. And they're like, what? And I was like, and I have to make one left purl stitch. And one of the ladies was like, those were all English words, but I did not understand what you just said. Because she's a crocheter. And so I was like, it's fine. Like, but just, oh. And then when I got done, I was 4 stitches off. Oh. So the next row, I did 4 increases. Yeah. So, it's happening. It's happening. Oh my gosh. So, with that, that's all I have to talk about today. I'm really just going to be concentrating on those 4 projects for the month of February. Because this sweater has taken over my life right now. In a good way, because although once I get to like the full body of the sweater and it's just blue on blue on blue, that's gonna be anyway, it'll be fine. It'll be worth it. It will be so worth it. Anyway, so with that, I'm gonna say goodbye. I will see you later. I'm looking at my schedule. I don't know when I'll record again, but you will see me around. And so with that, God bless. Bye.